In this video, we're going to be taking a look at and testing the WRS windshields for the CFmoto Ibex 450 or 450 MT, pending wherever you're located, to see if we get any benefits out of them. As we know, the stock windshield is pretty darn small. It really is. So if you're looking to do any touring, which again, I think a lot of us will be trying to treat this bike as a mini ADV bike, you're going to want a little bit more wind blockage. And we will go for a ride test and test all of them here. But first, I want to show you the specs, the measurements, and so forth, and then we'll hit the road. And first, I want to show you the measurements of these windshields. And left to right, you're looking at the WRS Touring windshield. In the middle, we're looking at the stock CFmoto windshield. And then on the right, we're looking at the WRS Caponord windshield. So hopefully looking at them this way, you can truly see the size difference with the stock one being in the middle. Now on the left, the WRS Touring windshield, it is 7 centimeters taller and 3 centimeters wider. And the Caponord, the big guy over there, is 13 centimeters taller and again 3 centimeters wider. But you are going to notice the Caponord does flare out at the top a little bit. So now let's go for a ride, test these windshields out actually on the road and off-road, and we'll decide which windshield is going to stay on my bike and hopefully help you decide which one's going to be best for you as well.
Now, before I install the WRS windshields and we go off for our test rides, I want to do a quick ride with the stock windshield and talk about why I think this is such a great mod. Number one, this windshield's in a low position, and it's almost, I don't want to say it's nothing, right? Because you do have this blocking the wind off your chest, but you're getting wind on your arms and definitely on your helmet. You got a lot of wind hitting you, right? And even when we come to the full upright position here, it doesn't change that at all. I'm still getting the exact same amount of air on my helmet, and it almost kind of takes the air and throws it into my neck in the high position, right? Before it kind of went around me there. So, this windshield is definitely more or less, I'm going to put it back in a low position as we're going to get on some dirt right here. But I think this windshield, the stock windshield, is definitely more suitable for back wheel. I love doing that. It's so fun just swinging his bike around. But anyways, the stock windshield is definitely more suitable for primarily off-roading. Like 95% of your riding is going to be off-roading with this bike. I don't think you'll have to change the stock windshield. You're right. You're going to see all around you. You can see down right in front of you. But again, I think a lot of us are going to be treating this bike, the 450 MT or Ibex 450, as a mini ADV bike. I think a lot of us are probably going to want to get on those long road trips, right? Maybe 200-300 miles plus, roughly around it, and you're going to end up doing a lot of road like that. There's no way around it. And I think, you're going to be a whole lot more comfortable changing out the windshield where you're not going to get so much wind on you, right? It's not going to be beating you up. You're not going to get fatigued. I change the windshields on just about all of my bikes, and I think it's going to be a very much improved mod on the Ibex 450. But anyways, let's go on and head back, swap out to the WRS windshields, and see what results we find.
And as far as installation, super easy and straight to the point. Now you're going to see these washers in here. You got these little rubber grommets and then these little metal deals that actually slide in there, which I can't get out now. They don't come installed when you get it. They're in a little baggie, but you just squeeze them onto there and then slide the metal thing on. Super easy breezy. They also supply you with 4 extra screws, which are a little bit longer, which is pretty nice. You're just going to slide right in here, bam, tighten them down, and you're done. It's that easy to install them.
Okay, so here we are on the ride test of the WRS Touring screen here. And it is in the low position right now. And as you saw with the measurements, it's a little bit taller than the original windshield. But I'll tell you what, I'm getting about the same results on this windshield as I did on the stock windshield. I feel a lot of wind around my head. I'm not getting bounced around by any means, but I definitely feel it. I hear it big time. Of course, this depends on your helmet. But again, it's clear as day there. The one thing I will tell you that I noticed, again, we're talking in the low position here, is it's taking a significant amount of wind off my arms right over here, because again, it is even a little bit wider when a stock one was kind of like right there. So that's definitely a pro. The other good thing is I still can see over the windshield pretty good. Again, me being right at 6 feet, inseam of 33. So I think this is going to be pretty sweet even for off-road. So we're not looking through a windshield. But let's get at this stop sign here, and they're going to raise it up to the fullest. right here. Now we're at max. And let's get some speed up here around 50 to 60. And see how this, oh wow, this might be the sweet spot right here. Now we're in full extension here. This is all the way up. Again, at my height, I'm not looking through the windshield. I can still see over it perfectly fine. I'm not sure how the camera really puts it into perspective. I am getting a little bit of wind. Like if I put my hand, yeah. So if I go like this with my hand and I catch the wind right here, it comes and just crests right at the top of my helmet, you know? So it's going to glide over the top of my helmet, come into that top vent, which is nice. I mean, right now it's a very cold day, but during a hot day, especially down south, you still want to get a little bit of air. You don't want all of that air blocked off. So I think this is very versatile. It's not beating on my arms, so my jacket's not flapping around everywhere. I'm getting some airflow through my helmet still, and I'm not having to look through the windshield. This is nice. I really like this. But what I want to test also, I want to test it off-road. Again, we'll put it in a low position and a high position, see if we get any of that warping. And again, then we'll move on to the Caponord windshield. And now for the off-road test. And why I like testing my windshields on-road and off-road is, again, just to make sure we can see over them plenty fine if we're out on the trails or anything like that. And I'll tell you what, just right now in the low position, like I said when we were on the road, like this is perfect. I'm not looking through it. I can still see over it perfectly like the stock windshield. And that's the great thing about the stock windshield. Again, that it's not massive. It's like a little tiny rally screen, right? So it's not going to interfere with you when you're off-roading. And that's the exact result I'm getting right here. Like this is nice. I will tell you down by the bolts here, ooh, little washout. Down by the bolts here, I am getting a little warping, but I don't think you're going to be looking that low anyways whenever you're riding. But I also want to test this in the high position here. So let's go on and crank it all the way up. And again, the nice thing is I'm testing in the low and the high position. You still can find that sweet spot right in the middle. But in the high position, off-roading here, again, I'm still not looking through it, which is really nice. But I would say if you're like doing something a little more technical and looking down, you know, maybe 5-10 feet in front of you, you are going to look through it a little bit. But again, the only warping you're really getting is right here by the bolts. It's still not bad in the full extension right here. Like this is still completely doable, but when I'm off-road, I'm not going like super fast by any means. So I prefer the low position here, which I think is just really, really nice on this touring windscreen. Like I'm loving this windscreen. Like this is big time improvement and very versatile in whatever position you put it in. But anyways, I'm going to go on and get back, swap out windshields. Let's test out the Caponord. Obviously, it's the bigger one. It is definitely a lot taller. And I'm going to tell you what, just riding right here, right around 60 on the road, I'm in the low position, by the way. This is the low position. I'm going to tell you, the first thing I notice is I'm getting more wind on my arms right over here, right by my elbows. And I think why that is not so much that it swoops in and out, because just cutting to the chase, like right now in the low position, it feels just like the touring screen in the high position. If that, right, you follow me there? So the low position of the Caponord feels like the high position of the touring one, just straight out the gate. But I am getting more air on my arms with the Caponord in the low position even compared to the touring. And again, why I think that is that it curves in and out from the top down to the bottom to the mid right here. It's got like little little hips that go in. If you put my hand here, it's like minimal, comes out to here, minimal, bam, and I feel it. So I feel it right here. Up here, I got to go out to here to start feeling it, because it's flinging it out. Right here, it's right there. So hopefully that's making sense. Anyways, let's put this big guy into the tall position here. Kind of crazy to say that, right? It was already pretty tall. Like, whew. Okay, now it's borderline in my vision. Like I'm sure the camera's pointing right through it, but for me, like I'm looking like right over it. Like my eye line, my sight is right there. But let me tell you what, this is nice. Like just going from here, okay, let me get it back to the low position. Like it's crazy. Like just adjusting. Like right now, I hear a lot of wind noise in my helmet. Again, I'm not getting buffeted or anything, but you just hear that noise buzzing through. You all know what that's like, right? But it's crazy, right when you're adjusting it, right here, midway, I'm noticing it now in the highest position, like that's pretty much gone. I got a minimal amount on the left and whatnot. These guys probably think I'm crazy. I've passed them a couple times already. Like, what is this dude doing, right? But anyways, the wind noise is gone. So if you're using this for touring, it's kind of opposite, right? Where the touring windshield says touring, but this, wow. I mean, if you're doing long stints on this bike and you plan to ride it long distances constantly, you're going to be a lot more comfortable with this. Now, again, like I stated, that's of course depending on your height, how tall you are, because if you're shorter, if you're on a smaller seat, you're going to be looking directly through it. If I was touring, this is definitely what I would go with for sure, with my height and everything. But we're still going to go off and test it off-road here and see what we think about it there. And here we are testing the WRS Caponord off-road to see if it interferes with our sights at all. And again, I'm still getting the same warping as I mentioned on the touring screen, right down by the bolts. If you look right down there, getting a mild amount of warping. But I'll tell you what, even cutting into turns here, the screen's not interfering with me. And again, I'm not too sure how well the camera, because obviously the camera's on my chin, it's not on my eyesight here. But I could off-road. I could off-road like this all day long. It's not interfering with me. It's not bothering me by any means. Definitely doable like this off-road. But what I'm concerned about is how will it be in the full? Like, I can't, it's so amazing just adjusting it from the low position and then going into the high position, just hearing the wind cut off. It's almost like, you know, you're adjusting a volume knob. That's exactly what it's like. It's like, all right, let me just turn down the volume a little bit. It's so cool. It's a really cool experience adjusting like that. And now in the high position here, you know, it's still not, I thought it would interfere with me a lot more. This is pretty weird, because I was like, just testing the touring one, I was like, yeah, this is no brainer. That's what I'm going to keep on the bike. But, and why I was thinking that is because I thought the Caponord would be a little bit too annoying off-road, but this ain't bad. Again, if I'm looking forward and down a bit more, like a little closer to me, I do get this little bit right here, right? I am looking through that little bit, which I don't know, because if I'm off-roading, I'm not going to have it in a high position. And if I'm on a long straight stint like this, gosh, the reduction of wind noise is so nice. And I think I would take that trade-off. I really do. Let me go back into the low position here one more time and see. Volume back up. Yeah, this is throwing me for a loop. I honestly thought I would like that touring one a lot more. But this Caponord, wow, I love getting proved wrong from what I usually think, because I've tested, again, other WRS windshields on multiple bikes, and I've always gone towards the touring. The Caponord's always been too big. But this is, I think, going to take the win here. But of course, that will depend on, like I said, what seat are you using. If you're using a stock seat and you're sitting down lower onto the bike, maybe that touring one will be better for you. But with a tall seat, which is again a mod I highly recommend you getting, especially if you're with that 33-inch inseam, maybe even 32 inches, the high seat is game changing. I think the Caponord's going to be the way to go.
So the results of this video really surprised me, and that's not just because we had such a big improvement in difference compared to the stock windshield, as I knew we would have it. This stock windshield is incredibly tiny, but it's really because I enjoyed the Caponord more than the touring windscreen, which I've tested WRS windshields across multiple different bikes, Africa Twins, Transops and such. I'll be testing them on my base Africa Twin as well, since those are different from the Adventure Sport Africa Twin, which I already tested. So make sure to subscribe if you're interested in that as well. But anyways, why I never really used the Caponord is it's so dang big, but on this bike, it fits really perfect. But But again, as far as these tests, like I mentioned before, make sure you take your height and what you have done to your bike into account. Are you using a stock seat? Well, then the Touring one's probably going to be better for you. I have the taller seat up here, and I'm 6 feet with an inseam of right around 33 inches. So I'm a little bit taller on the bike, and the Caponord really suited me good. But again, on previous bikes, whether it be the Transops or Africa Twins, where you sit into those bikes no matter what, they're a little bit taller. Again, I always revert to the Touring screen. I'll see how it turns out on that bike, but again, it really shocked me how I really like the Caponord here. But I think they're both phenomenal windshields, definitely better than the stock one. But again, please take into account how is your bike built out, and then your size and height and what you're looking for, more off-road, more touring or whatnot, and then you'll find out which one works for you. But these windshields, again, for the price of pretty much right around $100, this is another must mod for your CFmoto Ibex 450 or 450 MT. So thank you so much for coming by for this video. I hope it was helpful and beneficial for you. If you got any other questions, please ask right down in the comments, and please consider subscribing and hitting that notification bell, because we have a lot more coverage coming on the Ibex 450 and of course my other bikes. I'm really excited to get back on that Africa Twin and again that CL 500. We got a lot of juicy stuff coming on that. So I hope to see you around for some future adventures as well. Thank you so much. Bye now.